Hello friends, like this video and subscribe my channels. We can see a new reactions known as Friedel acylation reactions. Here, Friedel is a scientist who can find out these reactions. That's why this reaction is known as Friedel acylation reactions. In this Friedel acylation reactions, we can see what happens. Here, in the Friedel reactions, the benzene is reacted with the acetyl chlorides in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 to form acetophenone, HCl and AlCl3. Overall, this reaction is known as Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. Here, in these reactions, the acyl group are introduced on the benzene ring. That's why this reaction is known as acylation reactions. And first reactions can be found out by the scientist Friedel-Crafts. That's why this reaction is named as a Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. We can define these reactions. How we can define the benzene? We know that how to define benzene is reacted with acetyl chloride in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a catalyst to form acetophenone is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. Here, name of this compound is the acetophenone. Name of this compound is the benzene. It is acetyl chlorides. Here, such type of definition we have to write. Simple reaction. I am repeating here again. What happens in the Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions? The benzene or aromatic compound is reacted with the acetyl chlorides in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a catalyst to form acetophenone. Here the acyl group are introduced on the benzene ring. That's why it is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. Then we can study the mechanism of these reactions. Here the mechanism, what happens? Step first, the formation of carbocation can be take place in the step first. Here we have to write down the step first here. The acetyl chloride is reacted with the anhydrous aluminum chlorides to form carbocation CS3 C double bond O. It is a positive charge. It is a carbocation plus AlCl4 minus. Here in this reaction, it is called as Lewis acid. It is called as Lewis acid. It is also called as Lewis base or acetyl chlorides. It is a carbocation, and again it is a Lewis base. These are different characters of the different regions during the reactions. In the step second, what happens here? In the step second, in the mechanism of the Friedel-Crafts acylations, the attack of carbocation can take place on the benzene rings to form an intermediates. Here, what happens? This is a carbocation. It is attack on the benzenes. Here, what happens? See, here this type of intermediates are formed. Here is the positive charge. It is the electrophilic substitution reactions. Double bond O CS3. Here it is a hydrogen atom also there. Here what happens? The positive charge can be delocalized by different ways. Here this delocalization can be take place and positive charge come in these sides. What happens? We can write down this positive here C double bond O CS3. This is hydrogen atoms. Again this is come here. What happens? See, the positive charge come in these sides. Again C double bond O CS3 hydrogen here. Means in this way we have to write down different resonating structure. It is a resonating structure of the intermediate. This intermediate also can be written as like this. C double bond O CS. It is called as hybrid, resonance hybrids. All these are the different resonating form of the carbocations. It can be stabilized by the resonance. In the step third, what happens here? The formation of product can be take place. Formation of the product can take place. We can write down this intermediate first, intermediate second, intermediate third. We can take any intermediates. Here we can use the first intermediate, the positive charge, C double bond O, CS3, H, and this. Here AlCl4 minus, we know that it is a Lewis base which can abstract these hydrogen atoms. What happens here? These positive charge can be nullified and minus HCl can take place. This is a Cl and HCl is removed here, and there is a formation of our compounds. It's the introduction of the acyl group on the benzene ring can be take place, and here the AlCl is removed. Here acyl group can be introduced on the benzene ring. It is a acetophenone in these reactions. I am repeating once again the mechanisms. We know what happens in the step first. The formation of carbocation can be take place by the reaction with the Lewis acids to form an carbocations. In the step second, the attack of carbocation on the benzene rings to form an intermediate. This intermediate is also known as pi complex or sigma complex also sometime. And these are the different resonating structure of the intermediates. And step third is the formation of the products. Here the AlCl3, AlCl4 minus, they can abstract the protons to form an intermediates, and this form the stable compound. Within that it is unstable. Unstable to stable compounds are formed, acetophenols. Here in this reaction also, in place of C double bond O Cl, we can use acetic anhydride also. Here what happens when you can use the acetic anhydrides? See here, this acetic anhydride, it is reacted with the AlCl3. What happens? The bond is break. In this reaction what happens? CS3 C double bond O positive charge plus CS3 C double bond O minus AlCl3. This is the compounds are formed. This is a carbocation or electrophile are formed. Means sometimes when acetic acid is acetyl chloride is not available, we can use the acetic anhydride also.